If you're dating right now, you are probably dealing with the complications of the COVID virus and just trying to get together. And most of the time, you're texting. And I think that's why I'm hearing more from clients about the people that they meet and they really like, and they're consistently texting and really great talks and communication. And then all of a sudden, it stops. And it seems to be that more of my female clients are talking about this, how the guy will just stop texting and communicating with them. And I'm telling you, this is so painful because they don't know what to do. And even as a therapist, when I make suggestions and say things, they continue the downward path of everything I say not to do. So I am going to tell you on this YouTube what you need to hear. If the person that has been texting you, whom you really like and have started to invest in, if they just stop, what you need to hear. And the first thing is, don't try to justify them. There is nothing you could have said that should have made an emotionally mature person angry enough to just cut off all communication. And if it does, it's showing you that this person was never ready for a relationship anyway. Nor should you have been able to provoke them or say anything that would have just made them stop. If they stopped, it's on them. It's their own issue. It probably has nothing to do with you other than the fact that they were talking to you, and I don't know what they told you, but just quit trying to justify them. Even if they came from a bad home, that is no reason to stand someone up on entering into a constant text. I mean, if you're going to break it off, then be real about it, have integrity, and say up front, I can't text back anymore. Secondly, stop wasting your energy on their problems or what they said to you. You've invested way too much of your time, your energy into trying to figure them out. Let's face it, it doesn't matter if they're going to come back to you or whatever. You need to get whole yourself. You need to get whole and you need to reinvest in yourself, because if you're not, then when this person comes back, and they usually do, they have the right, or they feel the right, to just plop themselves down in your relationship again. And if you haven't healed yourself or moved on, you're going to be more likely to take them back. What is that saying? That's saying that you have such low standards that you basically will take any con artist in and entertain them and text them and let them waste your energy. You don't want that for yourself. So it's very important during this time you refocus the energy you're giving to them and solving why they quit texting onto you, into building yourself into a better person. Next, work on your boundaries and set your standards high. I can't say enough that the person you should be really looking into after this happens is yourself. Because why did you put up with someone like this? Why did you allow it? There must have been things going on that you felt alone before, that you felt like this person wasn't really being real. Why are you continuing in this downward spiral for yourself? I want you to put your bar higher. And how you're going to do that? You're going to change the conversation. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, he probably thought I was a loser, or I wasn't high enough standard for him, or I wasn't enough for him, you're going to say things like, I am such a good person. I could not have allowed myself to stoop like this. This person knew that I was out of his league. This person knew that I would always have more demands that he wouldn't be able to attend to. You want to change the conversation so you come out the hero. And the reason you're going to do this is because you're going to live up more to that standard. It's going to help you raise your bar. If your bar is so low, you might get an ego boost because you're going to get a lot more dates, but that does not mean they're going to be quality people. And what happens is the more you get rejected, the worse you feel about yourself, the lower and lower your bar becomes. So I want you to start thinking the best of yourself, start promoting yourself more so that you can get that bar up there. Remind yourself of all the things you've done in your past that have been successful. And if you can't think of any, ask your parents, ask your family members, ask your good friends. They help a lot. They'll tell you what you've been doing. That is so awesome. And that little reminder is really going to help you going forward. Get out there and date. I say that with this in mind. Don't go dating until you're fully resolved from this. But with that, you're not always fully resolved, and it's time to go out on a date. So if you decide to go out on a date, I want you to do a little mantra in front of the mirror before you go. I want you to tell yourself, I will not take the baggage of what happened in the past into this date, nor will I allow this person to make me less than I am. When you say those things and you act on those things, you're going to make it a lot better for yourself. You're going to set more realistic boundaries, and you're also going to have a better time. The best revenge, the best way to remind yourself who you are is to have an awesome date. How does that happen? That happens by looking the best you can, by feeling good about yourself, and by going out there. Don't make it about the date. Make it about you having a good time. Be curious, get to know the person. Don't judge the person, but when you get home, then you can do an evaluation. How did this person make me feel about myself? Don't go into what can this person do for me? What can this person, what is their potential? I want you to keep it focused on you, because many times when people end up with losers in dating, it's because they give too much of the power into what the person's going to think about them. I want to know how you feel after that date about you. And then we're going to start an upward swing, and your standard's going to be at a pace more realistic to who you are, and you're going to find better choices today.